Hi, I'm Katie Roering.
And I'm Eric Roering.
And we're the founders of Fontana Candle Co. In 4 years, we took our hobby of making candles in our basement and selling them at craft shows and makers markets, and we turned Fontana into a nationally recognized e-commerce brand. This year, we are doing 7 figures of revenue, and we have 10 employees. So how did we do it?
Welcome to the Candle Couple podcast, where we will share the nitty-gritty of scaling our e-commerce brand quickly. We are spilling the tea, so hopefully we can help you scale your brand quickly too.
So the biggest operational challenge with scaling is ensuring that your processes are able to handle your growth. With increased volumes, your procurement, your inventory of raw materials, demand planning, production scheduling, finished good inventory, cash management processes need to become more robust. You also need to be able to scale your marketing efforts and your customer service to generate large volumes of traffic, but then you also have to be able to serve that volume. Yes, you could hire more and more employees to handle the volume that comes with growth, but we have learned in the last year that you also need to have the right technology in place.
Today we're going to share the technology we used in the last year to generate $1 million in revenue, and we're also sharing how much we spent on the different softwares and apps to help us utilize that.
So welcome to episode 8, the tech stack that made us $1 million. I really am not a tech person. I don't get excited about tech, but in the last year, I have really noticed that the more softwares and technology that we have, it really does help our business.
Well, I think kind of like you said in the opening, that you can hire more and more people, or we can just utilize technology, which we are finding is becoming more and more our friend as we grow and scale.
I'm all about adopting new tech now. I'm always the first one like, okay, I found this new software. Can we add it? And I never thought that I would be that way.
It's kind of like a new toy every time you find something.
It is.
A new app.
And because I'm the marketing person, I'm always finding new technology and apps for marketing.
Our number one thing, we're an e-commerce business, so we sell everything online. What is our platform to do that?
You need sales channels.
Sales channels. And what's our number one sales channel?
We love Shopify. I should have worn my Shopify sweatshirt today.
You do have a Shopify sweatshirt.
Yes,
yeah,
that would
you
have
do.
been very fitting. So we didn't start on Shopify. I'll say that. So we started on Wix, and I did love Wix.
It was simple for you to use.
Yes, I mean, the drag and drop editing, I mean, Wix makes beautiful websites. So I was comfortable with designing our website in Wix, and I loved editing on Wix. It was so easy. So I would say I didn't want to make the jump to Shopify. We were sort of forced onto Shopify because at that point we were at our 3PL, our third-party fulfillment network, and they needed us to be on Shopify to talk with their software. So their software did not talk to Wix.
Right, so this 3PL had a software that integrated to Shopify that they could see all of our orders.
Yes.
And Wix did not have that capability.
Yes. And I found as we were getting bigger and bigger, Wix did not have a lot of the capabilities we needed. So as you grow, you can really, if you're on a different platform, you can outgrow the features. So we moved over to Shopify. I was very nervous. It was a difficult transition, but now that we are on Shopify, I am so glad we are.
Well, and I think it's really important too, especially as we look at new tools and new apps to utilize in the business. The first question is, everyone asks, who is your website with?
Are you on Shopify?
Right. And then we say Shopify and they're like, okay, perfect, good.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, anytime we look at agencies, like any outsourced partners, they all want you on Shopify.
Everything integrates with Shopify.
And I'll say too, as we are scaling, Shopify wants to work with us, which is really cool.
So our platform that we use on Shopify costs us $852 a year.
Yes.
And what's that all get us?
Since our Shopify store.
Right. We don't have the top end.
No, we don't have Shopify Pro. That's like $2,000 a month.
And we can't justify that yet.
I know they keep recommending that we switch, but I don't think we need it at this point.
I think some of the tools would be cool, but I don't know that we have the need for that yet. The processing fees for transactions are less, but I don't know that we're at the point yet to justify the savings on the processing fees with the added costs of the higher monthly fees.
But I love that Shopify last year, they really noticed our volume and they started reaching out, and now we have like actual reps that are live people.
Real people.
They check in with us. Last year we had a call with a Shopify design staff staff member who did an audit of our website and gave us suggestions free of charge, which was amazing. And now we are a proud partner of Shopify Capital. So I don't know, Eric, if you want to explain that a little bit.
Yeah, this one's really good. And this is the third round we've done with them. It's an opportunity to get funding very quickly. What they do is they look at your volume of sales dollars and they give you a set amount of money. So you can get a $50,000 loan. They'll take 10% to 13% of your daily sales. And basically within 48 hours, they have money in your account. For $50,000, they'll tell you, hey, $56,000 is what you'll pay us back, and whether you pay that back tomorrow or you pay that back in 2 years, you pay back $56,000. It is really a repayment based on your daily sales amount, which makes it hard to understand and calculate what your interest payments are because you don't know how long it'll take you to pay that back. But it's super simple. There's no paperwork. It's a 48-hour turnaround by the time you're eligible to the time the money's in your bank account. The first time it took a little bit longer, but now that we've had our third round, it was literally 36 hours. So it's super fast. We use it as working capital. We buy a bunch of raw materials with it. We're using it to redesign packaging. So it's an awesome way to get working capital.
I mean, we don't have to give up equity.
Nope, there's no equity.
Amazing. And we don't have to go to the bank.
It just is deposited into our account like every other sale that we make.
So at this point, I do feel like Shopify is really a partner with us and they really do care about our success.
Very much so.
So you have to reach a certain level of volume to really get these different features. But when you do, I mean, they're amazing.
And again, just the ability to integrate with every other app, it is the gold standard right now. If you're just designing your website or if you're on another platform and you don't have a ton of volume yet, look to switch to Shopify.
Yes.
It will make your life so much easier.
Yes, in the long run, you will be very thankful that you did.
Yep. So what are some of the key apps that we use in Shopify?
Right now, we have route package protection, which I also love. Shipping issues can become a major burden on your business as you do more and more volume. We have noticed that customers really expect us to take care of shipping issues, even though, I mean, they're not our fault. Once that package is out of our hands and it's in the carrier's hands, our liability as a company is done to the customer. But customers don't understand that. They will never contact the carrier with their tracking number, with issues, damages. Nope, they come right back to us and we're supposed to eat it. This is where route really, really comes in. And it's an extra piece of insurance. Ranges from what, 95 cents?
Well, yeah, it's all based on cart value, but for ours, it's roughly 99 cents and the customer pays for that, not us.
Yep. So the customer, it's defaulted on at checkout, so the customer can turn it off, but the vast majority of our customers are keeping it on now because we've done quite a bit of education through our marketing that, hey, we're a small business. It really hurts us to eat these shipping costs. Please make sure your route is on.
Well, and it's super awesome in the customer service standpoint because whether the package shows delivered and it's not delivered, whether it was damaged, it's stuck somewhere. As soon as that injection scan is done, route kind of takes effect if something happens, and it's super easy for us.
I mean, if the customer does the process correctly, we won't even know that there was an issue because route took care of it. So that's one of my top favorites. We've made a lot of money with our bundle builder app.
That's a huge app for us.
Yes, it's a huge add-on. So, I mean, we're candles. People want multiple scents. For us, when you bundle together our 4 small tins or our 3 glass jars, you get 15% off.
Instant discount.
Yeah, people love that. That app is $25 a month. And I think last year it drove like 80,000 in sales.
Yeah,
Does that sound right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So I think that one paid for itself.
Oh, easily.
A newer one for us is Recharge, which does subscriptions and auto ships. That one is $21.45 a month. I will say in our shop, it hasn't been a huge success, and that might be on us. We haven't really done a good job of marketing it.
Yeah, I'm not sold on that one
yet. I know you're not. So Eric doesn't have the buy-in on the Recharge. It is a nice option to get reoccurring revenue. I like subscriptions now. I got my deodorant on subscription. I have my toothpaste on subscription. Got my protein powder on subscription. It is nice.
There is a place for it. I'm just not sold on candles yet. A big driver for us and recently is wholesale orders. When we first started, we did not have any other avenue for wholesale other than on our website. Hey, if you want wholesale, send us an email. email. Where today we have Faire.
What a waste of admin time.
It was a waste of admin time. It was horrible. But it's also a good way to grow your business. Last year and a half ago, we got onto the Faire marketplace.
And I would say that
huge.
That process was frustrating.
Oh, you applied like a dozen times?
They turned us down like 12 times because they said we have too many candle brands.
Once we were approved, we have been getting spotlighted quite often. And
we've been a top shop ever since we've been on it.
Right. We've almost quadrupled our wholesale volume. I think last year, about 10% of our business last year was from wholesale, and 99% of that came through Faire.
And guess what? It plugs right into the back end of our Shopify.
Faire then sends all the orders over. They are finding customers for us with an initial fee of 25% commission. And then every subsequent order is a 15% commission. If they find the vendor for us, if they go direct, it's free. They also extend 60-day payment terms. They have really good shipping rates. It's an awesome platform for wholesale.
And the best part is like everything's so streamlined. If we need to email the wholesale customer, message them, anything, it's all right in that platform.
Well, and it gives the buyer a lot of confidence because they have every way to make an order correct. They can return stuff to
I think you can return your first order if you don't like the product.
Yep. And we haven't had any returns. We've got 5-star reviews. So
I think we had one return.
Did we have one return?
Yeah.
We did have one.
That one Christmas tree farm.
Yeah.
Garden center. They didn't do so well. But hey, we're not for everyone. Again, find your niche.
That's right. Find your niche. All right. So how do we start working on our business management now? What are we doing to keep the business up and running?
I'll say this was a big one as we've added more and more employees and had more and more projects, like just keeping everything in one spot, especially even just references. We have everything in Asana. I am a big fan of Asana. You are not.
I need hand holding to use Asana.
Yes, and it's painful. All of our other employees are doing great in Asana and love having everything in one spot and being able to message each other about tasks and due dates, and it's been a game changer.
I've heard the word or the program Asana more and more and more. We've been listening to a lot of podcasts ourselves of growing business and e-commerce business. Everyone seems to mention Asana.
And the best part is we're on the free plan. $0.
$0. That's my favorite.
I mean, we have not had to upgrade that. So $0, and it's doing everything we need to run $1 million business. We probably could be using more of the advanced features, but I don't see a need for it right now.
Yeah, this is really one of those task management softwares. So anytime we have a project for new product development, podcast episodes that we're working on, how do we communicate and share files with each other? It's pretty good to manage and streamline.
The other competitors I've heard is ClickUp
and
Click Upon
Monday or something.
Monday. Yeah. Yes. I don't know anything about the other two. I'm good with Asana. I don't need to switch.
So from a financial standpoint, we do use QuickBooks. We use QuickBooks for both our bookkeeping and our payroll. For our bookkeeping piece, we just have the essentials. It's $30 a month. It's pretty simple. It connects to all of our bank accounts. I do a lot of manual work. I was an accountant by trade before, so I understand P&Ls and how to do journal entries and all that stuff. So I don't really need any kind of fancy help with it.
Well, you're in it every day.
I'm in it every day, almost every hour. So I run daily P&Ls. I'm always looking at our sales volume and dollars and cost of goods sold and reconciling accounts. QuickBooks for me, it's okay. It's just kind of the standard. I've used it since 2005 or whatever it was. And so I know it. It's on the cloud, so I can access it from anywhere.
Kind of like one of those industry standards. Like, how did this become an industry standard? We'll get to another software later on. It's the same thing.
Same thing.
It's the industry standard, and it stinks.
So yeah, it's fine. I'm familiar with it, and it's just grandfathered in at this point.
You do our payroll on there too.
And I do our payroll. The payroll is an additional $45 a month. It's really nice. It's simple. It integrates completely in. It handles all of the taxes. It files our federal taxes, our state taxes. It withholds all of our employees' taxes. So it's really simple. At the end of the year, they send out and they mail out the W-2s. And it's just a simple software that's really integrated.
So we don't even have this on the list, but my mind just started going with payroll. We also have a specialized software for when our employees clock in and out.
Yep. So we have a software called UAttend. It's a time clock it's a biometric that they scan their finger and it clocks them in and clocks them out. It's on the cloud as well, so I can see everyone's time card from everywhere. That's an okay software. I've not looked at really too many others. It's $25 a month. It's simple enough to use.
And then when we had an employee working from home, a majority of the time, we also used Harvest Time Tracker to track her time. Operations, we have quite a few different softwares. I know in the episode that we did about procurement, you really walked through MRPeasy.
MRPeasy is our manufacturing resource planning software. That's $1,089 a year. It's billed yearly. You get one seat, which is kind of a pain. The nice thing with it is
Okay, we should have more than one seat by now, but this is where you kind of are cheap and you don't upgrade
one other
us.
seat is a whole nother license, so it goes from $1,000 to $2,000. It's been hard to justify that for the time being. I think in the next month or two, we'll probably add another seat. That means then I'm going to start looking at other ERP software because at $2,000 a year, there might be some other options out there. MRPeasy is super simple to use. This is where we do all of our raw material procurement. We do all of our production planning. We do all of our sales out of this in the sense of tracking them for finished good inventory. It's just really simple to use, and it keeps the production floor on task and makes sure that we have all of the inventory we need on hand to make what we're producing.
On my side of the ops, we have customer service. And I know a lot of people start out with just using their email for customer service, and that's how we started. A, you waste a lot of time, and B, you can't keep track of everything. Highly recommend getting an actual customer service software. We have Gorgias. Again, it ties right into our Shopify, and it is a game changer.
I don't do anything on customer service, but you guys reference Gorgias a lot.
We're in Gorgias. Again, like you said, you're in Quickbooks like every hour. We're in Gorgias like every hour. So for Gorgias, the amazing thing is we can see all the customer data in the same window. So when the customer emails in, it goes to Shopify and it pulls up any order they've ever made. So we can see everything about the customer in that window. When customers email you for customer service, they never, ever add their order number.
No.
So in the beginning, when we were in Gmail, it's like, oh, hey, like, what's your order number? So going back and forth just to get information out of the customer was a complete waste of time. So with Gorgias, it's there for you. It's also amazing for organization because when you have different customer service reps like we do, we can tag customers in tickets. We can do internal notes back and forth about the issue, and we have macros. So if you don't know what a macro is, we basically make scripts for every customer service interaction that comes through. When you see the same things over and over again, you're not sitting there typing out the email. The script is saved in Gorgias, pull it right up for the instance, send it out, and you just saved yourself a ton of time.
One of the things that's really nice with Gorgias as well is that when you train a new customer service rep, you kind of have that same voice in the macro.
Yes. Yeah. With the macro, everything's super consistent. So every time a customer reaches out to the brand, because we also have all of our social media channels integrated right into Gorgias, A, our messaging stays very consistent, and B, we never miss a Instagram comment, a Facebook comment, a DM. We get everything right through there. And if you think about it too, because you're sitting at a computer and you have macros, it's so much quicker to answer DMs than sitting there and going through each one on Instagram and answering one by one by one.
So it's a consolidation tool.
Yes.
It basically will take every comment from everywhere and bring it into one spot.
Yes. So we pay, I believe we have the basic plan, which we are right up, I would say we're about to outgrow. You have to pay per ticket. So we're paying $60 a month. That gets us 300 tickets.
What's a ticket?
So every interaction that comes in, every comment, every DM, every email, that would be a ticket.
So a ticket doesn't mean necessarily a complaint. It means an interaction with the customer.
Yeah. So we, November and December were our two busiest months, of course, with the holidays. We really went over our ticket allotment, and we paid, I believe, $300 for Gorgias in November and $500 for Gorgias in December. So
still worth it.
It's absolutely worth it.
So now that we've made all these sales, we got everything made. Now we got to ship it to our customers.
We got to make ship happen.
Make ship happen.
I love shipping puns.
Hilarious. So we do use ShipStation. We're using their $99 a month service level, and that gets us 3 users and 2,500 shipments. During the busy season, we had to up that to the $150 one because we were doing over 3,000 orders. I think we did over 5,000 orders a month in those couple of months.
Just like Gorgias, we paid more during the holidays.
That's exactly the thing. The entry level, a lot of these apps will get you a basic entry, small user, small ticket, small interaction. And as you grow, you're going to pay more more and more and more, which is kind of nice that you're not saddled with a huge fee every month for something that you don't need and it can grow with you. It's just painful to keep paying more.
What I love about ShipStation is the order validation. So our pickers pick the orders based on the packing slips, and then it goes back to the packers. And then the packers scan each item to each order. We do have a record of which item went out in each order by scan.
That tracks everything for us. Every shipping label is paid through ShipStation. So
they have good rates.
They do. They have really good rates.
Their UPS rates are super competitive.
Are great. It brings up the UPS rates, the USPS rates. Those are the two main ones that we use for fulfillment. And it gives you a comparison of how much it costs to where it's going and how long it's going to take on an estimated basis. So it's super simple and it's really nice.
And of course, it integrates with Shopify. So the minute that package gets shipped, that label's made, our customers emailed.
With tracking numbers and all that.
I make all of our graphic designs on Canva. I love Canva. I have Canva Pro. So I think it's like $12 a month.
You use that a lot.
I use it every day.
Mm-hmm.
Totally worth it. Again, video editing software. I don't use it every day, but I have the Splice app. It's a couple dollars a week, worth it.
Because for other video editing, I use Premiere Pro, and that's on a fancy supercomputer that can process high definition videos and upload audio and all that stuff. Well worth it. I love that tool, but it's not necessarily fast on your phone like you use for Splice.
I mean, I use Splice. I can edit a video in 30 seconds.
Right.
And then boom, post it to Instagram or TikTok. So I love the Splice app.
So there's definitely a need for both tools.
Yes. And then our big marketing tool is Klaviyo.
You had to sell me on this one.
I love Klaviyo. So Klaviyo does our email and text marketing. It does automated flows. And we have a little pop-up on our website when you come in for the welcome flow. So they add their email and then they get a 15% off coupon. And then they get put in our welcome flow where Klaviyo, in I believe it's the course of a week, automatically sends them 4 emails. And we have a welcome flow. We have an abandoned cart flow. We also do our back-end stock notifications through Klaviyo.
And again, for $660 a month, you really had to sell me on this. This is our most expensive software.
And it is worth it.
I would say it's worth it. It has paid for itself over and over and over.
So before we had Klaviyo, we just used the email feature in Shopify. And what really sets Klaviyo apart is the fact that you can highly, highly segment your customer lists. I mean, you can get very nitty gritty with your data.
I would say this is a tool that is not recommended for a sole prop.
If you're a beginner marketer, I would say Klaviyo is not for you.
And it's not that it's not worth it. It's that you have to spend the time to utilize this tool.
You won't use it.
It's not automatic.
No. We've had it for over a year now, and I feel like we're finally getting into more advanced uses of it. And it took me a year to get going on some of these things.
And we still don't use it to its full capability.
No. When I say we can really segment our customer lists, I mean, we can make email lists based on what product you bought, how often you buy. It has like AI tools to predict who's going to buy in the next 2 weeks. So you can send out an email to like really warm leads, your hot leads. You can segment who hasn't purchased in a certain number of days.
Build out your funnels.
Yes. So you can really tailor your messages to different groups of clients. And that's why I love it. You can also really highly segment your SMS list. So it's just giving the customer the messages that matter the most to them and not boring them with what doesn't matter to them.
So knowing this tool and knowing how it's used today, what year would you have gotten this in our journey?
I think we got it at the perfect time.
At the right time.
Mm-hmm.
So that was...
We outgrew Shopify email marketing and we had enough revenue to justify buying the Klaviyo. Now this year, I'm going to really use the advanced features and really learn how to use the data features to drive home even more revenue for us.
So last year we got this tool. So $600,000 in revenue is kind of where you got it and think is about right.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, and like you said, you have to have the time to use it. And now that we have more staff, I do have more time to use it.
So one of the other big avenues of revenue we did or marketing is through affiliate programs.
Our influencer program.
And we used ShareSale. This is much like QuickBooks in that it's just the legacy system of the industry, and it's kind of the standard that started.
And I
hate ShareSale.
ShareSale's still a standard because big old school publishers like ShareSale. So if you want like PR with the big names in media, you have to be on it.
And I say I hate ShareSale because of the back-end usability, reconciling it.
It is not intuitive at all.
The reports are terrible. The user interface is terrible. For what it's supposed to do from the marketing and affiliate standpoint, it works perfect.
Yeah, yes, and we don't pay a monthly fee.
No, we pay a transaction fee. I think it's 3%. It's only paid for when it's used, which is great. You get what you pay for, it feels like.
Yes. I mean, and everybody that I talk to in marketing, they're all the same thing. Oh, ShareSale.
So it's kind of one of those necessary evils.
Yes.
All right. So looking at our total cost of all of our apps in 2022, we spent $14,000 on all the applications or websites and programs. That came out to about 1.5%, a little less than 1.5%. To me, that feels really cheap.
Yeah, that feels low.
It feels low this year, but now we're really starting to add a bunch more processes.
For our marketing, we're in Q1. We're in February 2023. So our forecasted growth goal is to double revenue. So we should be hitting about 2 million in 2023. And to do that, I know that I need to make changes to our tech stack. The programs that are no longer working for us, we're upgrading. We're getting new apps. Like we said, we hate ShareSale. So we have identified a new affiliate marketing program, Upfluence, and we have just signed with them. So this is a massive undertaking for us, and it's not cheap. It's right up there with Klaviyo.
It's more expensive than Klaviyo.
It's more expensive. It's our most expensive
most
software?
Expensive.
Okay,
yeah.
So it's our most expensive software.
$800 a month.
That was like the middle of the road affiliate software.
And that was after getting a huge discount.
Yes, because we were also looking at Grin, which I really wanted. That was like the Ferrari of affiliate marketing software, but we could not justify the price.
That was like $20,000 a year.
Well, and that was a discount. It was $30,000 was the listed. We don't need the Ferrari yet. We're in the process of migrating all of our data to Upfluence. It's been quite a process to do that, but they have a team that's really helping us. So we're excited to see what that software does for us. Also adding a lot more apps to the back end of Shopify. We just added a cookie app for EU data policies, upgraded a bundle app. So we doubled the price for a bundle app. So we're now paying $50 a month. We're adding upsell apps, and we just added a review app.
And this year I'm going to really look at a new ERP system, something to change out or replace MRPeasy and potentially ShipStation, something that's a little bit more holistic from end-to-end process.
Oh boy, our poor shippers.
Oh, yes. I think they'll be happy with it. ShipStation is not the most reliable in the sense of the cloud computing piece of it. ShipStation Connect goes down every couple of hours and they need to refresh. I don't know if user error or what. I'm just not the most happy with ShipStation. Been sufficient so far, but I think as we start to grow even more, that's something that's going to need to be replaced.
Yes.
And I'm hoping this ERP system might handle that.
Yeah, so I'd say like all the other topics we talk about. Identify what you need. Find the software that best fits your purposes. Don't be afraid to invest in the software, but also know when to pivot and find a different one as you grow.
So much like Klaviyo, make sure you are capable to use all of the features of the app. Don't pay for a Ferrari when you need a Geo Metro. There's no point in paying for software that you're not going to fully utilize.
Yeah, like with our Upfluence, we're paying $800 a month. We have an affiliate manager who can dedicate time to using all the features.
A hammer on the shelf does nothing if you don't have a carpenter to use it.
Yeah, if you're a solo entrepreneur, there's no way you can use all these different softwares.
No, you need the softwares to help maximize your time, but when it's just a tool to help subsidize your time and get more out of your time, don't waste your money on something that you can't fully utilize.
All right, subscribe and follow along for more e-commerce success tips so you can build a 7-figure e-commerce brand too.